Ford is a three-point attempt. Maxey launches the three. Oh, he knocks it in!
What a freaking game of basketball we just saw right there between the Philadelphia 76ers and the New York Knicks. Was it the greatest game in the world? Through quite a lot of it? I don't necessarily think so. But was it an unbelievable end to the game? In regulation and in overtime? Yes, it is. This will be one of those games that we remember. This is going to be one of those games. There's always 3 or 4 games every single playoffs that you remember. Even if it's not like it's 2 teams that make the finals. They're those type of games that you just don't forget when you were there. This is going to be one of them just because of the way it looked like the New York Knicks had it won. They had the series won. It was over. They were going on to round 2 to face the Pacers. The Pacers, they had it. They had it in the bag to get to their first conference finals since Patrick Ewing was there. They had it in the bag and they blew it. And maybe they didn't blow it, but Tyrese Maxey took it from them with this unbelievable shot. Like, who has the balls to shoot this down 3-1, down 3 points, and if you miss, the series is over and your team are out? Who has the balls to shoot that? I know who doesn't. Mr. Joel Embiid, who stunk it up for the entire game. I wish I was able to make a video talking about how Embiid is going outside, but we know about elimination game Embiid. That man's going to do it again the next game. Do you not remember last year when the Philadelphia 76ers faced the Boston Celtics in Game 7? And Joel Embiid scored 15 points. Was outscored by Tyrese Maxey. In regulation today, Joel Embiid was outscored. Sorry, not by Tyrese Maxey. Sorry, last year. Tobias Harris. Tyrese Maxey outscoring him was fine. This year, he had the same amount of points as Tobias Harris. In regulation, Tobias Harris had more points than Joel Embiid. Tobias Harris had more points than Joel Embiid. And even in overtime, yeah, he got the nice and one. He got grazed on the elbow and threw it over the backboard in overtime. Joel Embiid went and freaking smacked Brunson on top of the head, and he 100% meant it. Whether he meant to get him on top of the head, he meant to go hard at him. Probably caught him, maybe he didn't. But like what Embiid's done in this series, can you have any doubt? There has to be at least a little bit of doubt with everything, whether or not he means any dirty play after some of the crap that he's pulled this series. So, you were looking at it. We're also looking at Tyrese Maxey, the game of his career. The man scored 46 points. Not only that, he had 46 points and hit the shot to bring them back into it. And also, in overtime, he hit a shot to make it from a 5-point game to a 2-point game. And if that shot doesn't go in, they probably go and lose that game. On the other hand, Jalen Brunson had 40 points, but the New York Knicks may as well call themselves the New York Jalen Brunsons late in games. Because in overtime, the ball went to Jalen Brunson's hands, he went ISO, and he shot every single possession. And then, the one time he passed the ball, we might as well have, if it hadn't have been a turnover into the stands, we would have had the Ron Artest, he passed me the ball, he never passes me the ball, meme. We could have had that meme with Jalen Brunson passing anybody the ball in the Knicks. And Jalen Brunson went and tries to pull up. Nick Batum does a really good job on defense and he just chucks the ball out of bounds. At the same time, Jalen Brunson simultaneously choked and hit one of the clutchest shots in the game right before that. He gets smacked in the head by Joel Embiid and then he misses the first free throw. And then somehow hits. He somehow hit the shot. He hit the 3 right after missing a free throw. Like, it's madness. It's absolutely madness. This game was just crazy. The New York Knicks are now in a situation where I'm not sure how favored they are against the 76ers. Because Joel Embiid is never, let's say he's never going to play that badly again, but he played pretty much that badly last year. Like, he's like, what do you have, 10, 11 turnovers in this game? I think it was 10 turnovers. Man had a quadruple-double. Man had the first quadruple-double since Tim Duncan. Well, no, he did an unofficial one. The first quadruple-double since either Hakeem Olajuwon or David Robinson. I think both of those had them. Except, obviously, if you want to count turnovers as a stat. It was a horrible game for a guy who has You might be saying he's injured, but he has a history of being terrible in elimination games, and this was going to be another one. Heck, you're like all the way back to 2019. Joel Embiid sucked in that Game 7 against the Toronto Raptors too. It might just be a case of Joel Embiid just not being that guy. But Jalen Brunson did have another 40-point game. He actually did hit some big shots, both in regulation and in overtime. Brunson is a hell of a player. Is he top 5 in the NBA? No. But maybe me calling him the most overrated is probably a little bit harsh on him. I think 12 to 15, I think, is a fair range for him. I still would take Kyrie Irving over him in a heartbeat. I'd still take Luka. I'd still take Steph. I'd still take Giannis, Jokic, Embiid. Yeah. Embiid is the better player. Would I take 39-year-old LeBron? Maybe. Probably not. Anthony Davis, the same. He's in that kind of category with them. When it comes to playoff Jimmy, I probably would take playoff Jimmy, but that's just Heat bias. So he's in that like bubble top 10 range. And fair play to him. But the New York Knicks might have blown it. They might have blown it. They have to now go to Philly. Where in fairness, they may as well have a home crowd in Philly with how many tickets they sell. And they have to go and now go away and pull it off, which is never easy to do. So that is the video, lads. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.